And one na. We did a countdown from Akeamani, from 13 down. I wasn't ready. But I'm ready now. Ready as I'll ever be. Chake. Yokpia out there. Hechia toki nakapi. Ake yokpia. Oded wahia take. Ashe. Dead nakap shnigash. Even though you're not here, dead nakap shnigash. We still communicate by mind, by psyche. Taku ichunk umpi. Taku is what ichunk umpi we do, what we do. Dakota Iapi, Dakota language. Uhudu techapte, we renew it. We're talking about techa just before we got started. Where the word usage techa is the root word. Maybe we'll talk about that ichi after. Ichi after. Chatokaya unskamshni chat before we start. Unskamshni chat. Oh, tistera, wochiki okakit. I'm going to say a short prayer. Creator to watch over us, to guide us, to help us, to renew who we are, who we were, who we are, who we want to be, with His help. Hina hechit. Tistera, wochiki okakit. Onka ato kontakai to. Ke hechit tistera hoichi chikit. Onka ke unshunki dapo aya wahiotake. Ho tokataki a ewachi. Ke dechi don hiotakapi ato kontak. Ho Dakota wa hechit. How ichahadoha. Ke hoichi. Ho techa kindina Iapi. Ho tokata ki ichagapshni kindina. Hina wichahadaha. Apetu ke ake hoichi. Unshun kidapo. Ho wichoni wa unyakope. Ho Iapi wa unyakope. Ho wichoch wa unyakope. Ho hina. Dahan okikpanya. Ama oni. Yoti yonki abe. Gastorunki apishni. Ohina to kantanka. Okachnich Iapi nakash. Ake Dakota wa chindechin. Ohiotaka. Hato okia tua nakopne yakacha hina. Oshuichaki da ochaki o ija. Dedi akapi yachit. Yuita yuanjida. Haoki apo ya to kantanka hoichichi. Kahecha tokata kia. Ho Dakota, Lakota, Nakota, Kidina. I do a hatchet money. Ya hatchet, artiste the hoichichi at all country. Aushumaki da dinner. Onge abayechi to me chichiape, I hatchet, hoya wide. O pirechichi, o metakios. Ho hachitu. That is correct. Hachitu. That is correct. That we need intervention. We need help from Creator. Atewa kantaka. We chuniwa unkupi, a life He gave us. We chuniwa unkupi. P is a plural. We chuniwa maku. Wichuniwa nichu. Wichuniwa unkupi. To give us that life, to give us a good life with language, culture, protocols, these kinds of things. Dakota Iapi, Dakota Wichok, and Dakota Wo'ope. Protocol, wo'ope, or law, wo'ope. Ope is to put yourself in there. Ope. Ope is to belong. Ope is to belong together as you move forward. Wo-ope. The law that brings us forward, moves us forward in a good way. Hina those I ask Creator to renew for us in our minds. It's always there. The language He gave us is always there. Ihunia hediake. The laws or the protocols that go with it, ihunia all the time. Hediake, it's always there. Tka, but. Unkie, us, unkie. Mie, nie, unkie. We left it there. Taku tokchum kichupe. We took upon ourselves, we took to ourselves something different. Which is the modern way of thinking with the modern language called English language. We thought this more important to help in our daily lives. Well, that is true. Hechi too. That is true. Makes it easier to communicate. That life of the civilized world, if you want to call it that, or the modern world today, that life sustains us. For this lifetime. As long as I'm here, dead monkey. I go over there. I say this, I do that in the English manner, fashion. That helps me today because everyone, we chota, lots of people are of that mind, that way of life. It only serves me. It only serves me as long as I am living here. As long as I have life here, it serves me well. But what happens? When my physical life is done here? Then my spiritual self, as we believe, the Indian way, as we believe, and other cultures, they believe that too. Once we are done our work here and we have to journey to that sacred place, that civilized life or civilized language stays here. You don't take it with you. That modern lifestyle with modern language that sustained you, you don't need it over there. So we have to think about that. Over there, since the first beginning of time, our relatives, our blood relatives, we generations. Hina awas Dakota pe, Nakota pe, Lakota pe. Our blood relatives, generations back, they don't speak English. They only speak what Creator gave them. Over there, I'll have to believe over there in the spirit world. Indian heaven. They're talking Dakota over there. Nakota, Lakota, Hechia over there, wherever that is. So now, when I'm done here, I travel, wherever that is. And that's the belief we have. I travel, my spirit will travel. It'll get to that place. When I speak the English language over there, are the ancient ones that have no idea of language, English language or English ways, would they understand me? Would they understand me? I think about these things in my old age. You ask some of the old people, they said, no, they won't understand you. And when they talk to you, if you don't know the language, then you won't understand. So our spirit, is it going to be in limbo? I don't understand my blood relatives 3 generations ago. They don't understand me. So where do I go? What happens to me? These are questions that I have. I try to think it through, but the only time I will know is when I'm done here. So just to ensure that we're not lost to each other through communication. I say it's important to know some of the Dakota language, Lakota language, so you'll be able to communicate. And I think of those things. So, Nija iduksham, Nija, you too. How do you think? Well, how do you think about this thing? What do you think about it? It's not spiritual or religious words that I'm using. I'm just using everyday language, everyday thought, question. Something to think about. So hina, a power change. Those I wanted to say, to give you encouragement, something to think about. Iduksham. Apetu kin de, this day. Ampetu, the day. De, this day. I chamana wahi he wabo bedu chanku boohdute wawapa hinte usnike. These are words of winter. I thought I'll talk a little bit about that again. I know we've said winter words, winter sentences before. If you go back to the start of our sessions here last year and that, we've talked about these things. I'm repeating them again. If you're interested and you have gone back to session 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back there, and we talk about different seasons, different days and that, if you practice those, then today, what I'm saying about waniye to you, then you know what that is. Wahihe, then you know what that is, if you have practiced that already. If you haven't, then these words are new to you again. Or if there's new individuals listening or will be listening. Yesterday, I was talking to one of my friends, and this individual was saying, it was a good session. I learned some things. A good session is the message that I received. But I forget how to say it, and that's understandable. So we say, okay, well, I told this individual, I don't really like to write too much, I'd rather just speak the language repeatedly, say the same words, same sentences, so that you will listen, you will understand, you'll retain it, and you'll use it. That was my idea. But for the new learners, it might be good, I guess, we kind of agreed to write down keywords. Like what I put down here, wanietu. Wanietu. Today, ampetukinde. Today, ampetukinde. Wanietu. It's winter time. Wanietu. Osni. It's cold. Wanietu osni. Takad, outside. We techi we. The hard moon, the difficult moon. We is the moon. We, there's two we's. One is daytime we, one is nighttime we. It's the nighttime we that we use for seasonal identification. When we say we techi we talk about the month, January. We techi we. These are words recent words, I guess, to coincide, to go with the modern day month identifications: January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Ho!
I came for my box and my tray I dropped off yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Hi. Did you guys throw it out?
Onka.
Maybe just talk to Elton. He's just in his room over there.
Okay, because I dropped it off yesterday.
Just down the hall.
Oh, okay.
Onka. These are modern day words, I think, for the 12 months of the Gregorian year, Gregorian calendar, to coincide with that. So we have 12 months. And January is what month we are in today, and Dakotas call it Witechi we. Techike, it's hard, it's difficult because it's cold. And there's lots of snow. Wa-ota. Wa-ota. Lots of snow. Woran. See that word? Woran. Wanietu is the winter. Osnika, it's cold. Wanietu osnika, it's a cold winter day. Wanietu osnika. Ichamana is what's happening outside right now. Takad, outside. It's blustery, it's windy, it's blowing. We call that ichamana. It's storming. Ichamana, storming. Woran has to do with snow. Woran. Woran is the snow pack. The snow is packed high. Woran. Woran. You only use this word for snow. Woran. Wanietu osnika. Ichamana, it's windy, it's stormy. Ichamana. Woran, it's The snow is piling up deep or high. Woga. Wa is the snow. Wa. Wa. Bobadu. It's blowing. Bobadu. Wa bobadu. The snow is being pushed around. Bobadu. You see it swirling around. Bobadu. Wa bobadu. Wanietu wabo woga wabo badu. Wa bobadu. Chanku obohadu te. Chanku is the road. Obohadu te is it's being covered up by the wa. Woga. When there's a woga on the road, we said, Chanku obohadute. It's packed. I had to kind of bust out of my lane when I was coming over here. Because Chanku obohadute, there's drifts. And I had to come fast. Dus wahil wakachape. Obohadute, Chanku obohadute. So, because there's lots of snow, wa ota. What am I to do when I get home? I'll have to look for my maki nashpe. I forgot an A there. Maki nashpe. Maki na. Makinashpe. Makinashpe is the spade, shovel, spade. Makinashpe. Makinashpe has two words in it. Maki has to do with maka, earth. Maka. Nashpe is you use your foot, your leg to break it. Nashpe. Nashpe, to break it. So maka inashpe would be the full word to say it. This tool, this shovel. But to kind of shorten it a little bit, we say makinashpe. So the longer version will be ma ka. That's the earth or the dirt. I'll just put dirt. It's ma ka. I na shpe. Maka inashpe. You use your foot. You step on the tool, the spade or the shovel, and you dig out the snow. In this case, wa. But maka inashpe is a word that you use maybe for summertime if you're digging a hole. You have to nashpa and dig the hole. Na, you have to understand also when you use the word na, that means with your foot, nashpe. If I was to use my hand to dig the earth, to make a hole, and then you say it a little different. Nashpe is to use with your foot. Pashpe would be with your hand. Wapashpe. Nawashpe. Makinashpe. You dig in the earth with that tool, makinashpe, the shovel. shovel. I don't know if it's shovel, but shovel. Right, Dakota?
Yep.
Shovel. Makinashpe. Cha-i-chi. Not right now. If it was right now, it'll be dewana. But not dewana. I-chi. After. I-chi. Waki-kiha. When I get home, I-chi. Waki-kiha. Makinashpe. Oadikte. I'm going to look for it. Where's my shovel? I put it somewhere last year. Now I can't find it. Waniha, last year. Tuktedewahanaka. Where did I put it? Must be under the snow. Woga. Might be under the snow. I gotta look for it. What am I gonna do? Takto kamukta, huh? I'm gonna have to shovel the snow. Shovel the snow. Makina shpe'un. Waki wapahintikte. Pahinta means to push. Clear. Pahinta. Pa. Hinta. Pahinta. To clear it, to push it. Waki. Waki is the snow. Snow the. Waki. Snow the. It's kind of like backwards Dakota to English when you compare it. So that is what I'm going to do after. Wakikiha. Wakikiha. Not now. Wakikiha. When I get home. Makinashpe oadikte. I'm going to look for my shovel. Hina wapahintikte. I'm going to push it, clear it. Wapahintikte. Wapahintikte. Snow. Wapahintikte. I'm going to clear it. So that it doesn't build up. It doesn't build up. Make it easier for walking. Tanya. In a good way. Tanya. Manipte. You won't have a hard time getting through the snow. Tanya manipte. Walk without faltering, you know. Tanya manipte. So hina. Those are words that you will use on a day like today, when it's wa bobadu, bahaya wanke, o bahaya, hina, pahintikte. Pahintikte, if you use pahinte is a shovel or a push tool. Kahinte, that's a different word for kind of clearing snow. Kahinte, you might use back in the day, just maybe a bark or something. Kahintikte. But today, you can use some other tool to kind of sweep it along. Push it, sweep it. Kahinte, pahinte, nahinte with your foot. So these are words of clearing something, like the snow, the wa. Kahinte, pahinte, and nahinte with your foot. Different actions, different words. Ichi, after. Chtayetu, in the evening. Chtayetu. Chtayetu. Ichin, after. Dayetu. Da, ye, do. This mark means it's a guttural sound. I know Takoja had a hard time yesterday. We had fun with that yesterday. It's hard to practice that. You need to practice a lot to get that. And just like the G, ran, ta, kind of like a spitting sound. So ichin, after, not right now. If it was right now, it'll be wana. But ichin, after, chtayetu. Chtayetu is evening. Evening. Chtayetu. Evening. Is that right? Yeah, that's a V, yeah. Evening. Chtayetu. Tateampa, the wind. Tateampa. The wind is going to calm down. That's what the Washichu weather forecaster said. The wind, tateampa, ayuch anhikte, it's going to quieten down a bit. Chtayetu ka. Ichi chtayetu keha in the evening. The wind should die down. Hehan, then, hehan, ishto, usnikte. It's going to get cold. Once the wind dies down, ichamana, bobadu, waheha, dakodashne. Ishto, and then it's going to be osni. It'll be osni, cold, osni. Tonakcha, how many? Tonakcha, keye, he said. Keye, he said, or she said. Tonakcha, how many? Minus 42 Fahrenheit, not Fahrenheit, it'll be Celsius. Minus 42 Celsius. I don't know how cold that is, but it's osni for sure. But it's not going to be windy. So hopefully the weatherman is correct. I'm always worried about ECOP. I'm a little bit concerned about the roads, Chankuke. Wabadaka Wakishin, I can't see it. If there's a woga, if the snow is piled on the road, then you can't see it. Wabadaka Wakishin, I can't see it. Gadopa means you're stuck. Gadopa. Gadopa. You're stuck. Stuck in the snow. Gadopa. Or in the summertime, if it's rainy, it's muddy, then it's in the mud. But the word is the same. Gadopa. Gadopa is to be stuck. Can't move. Iechinkamani. Remember yesterday, how we talked about the vehicle. Iechimani moves by itself or walks by itself. Iechimani. Gadopa. It's stuck. Wa gadopa. Stuck in the snow. Wa gadopa. Wa gadopa. Stuck in the snow. If it's in the summertime, opshija, muddy. Opshija. In the summertime. Opshija. Ja. I'll use a Z. Ja. Muddy. Obshija. Gadopa. It's obshija. Gadopa. So these are kind of words that you would use in the wintertime. You might say, I'm going to go to work, but it's ichamana. It's stormy. Wa'echum bede kte tka ichamana. Wa'echum bede kte tka ichamana. What does the word tka means? You remember? It's not right now. You're not doing it right now. Wa'echum bede kte tka. Or but, you know. Wa'echum is work. Bede, I'm going. Kte means not now but later. Kte tka means not right now because or whatever. It's stormy. Wa'echum bede kte tka ichamana. It's ichamana, it's stormy. Wa'echum bede kte tka ichamana. Cha. Edma kekte. I'll just stay here. I'll just be at home. Wa'echum bede kte tka ichamana. Cha. Therefore, cha. Edma kekte. I'll be at home. When I say edma ke, we kind of edma ke means I'll be at home. I'm not saying home, but I'm sitting here. I'm not going to go over there. I'll be sitting here because it's storming. When somebody says that, if I hear you say that, ed makek, that to me, to the speakers, that just means that you're going to be at home. Ed makek. Ed make. I'm at home. Ed makeda, or the female will say, ed makeya. I'm at home. So, wa'echum bedektet ka. Ichamana, stormy. Cha edmakekte, I'll be at home. Wa'echum bedektet ka. Ichamana. Cha edmakekte, or edmake. Same thing. So these are sentences or phrases that you would use in the wintertime. I think the elements, the elements, and the words to describe how the day is a good way to teach the language, to use the language. Because when you live in the prairies, especially in the northern region, weather changes just like that sometimes. This morning it wasn't windy. Tata pashne. Pijuta sapa coffee bidatke. I was drinking coffee. All of a sudden I heard something. What the? All of a sudden it got really windy. Tatampa. Owaye, remember Owaye window? Owaye. Takad ewa to I looked outside. Wa bobadu. Wa bobadu. Snow was blowing. Just like that. Got windy. So because of that, the element changes, just about daily in the northern hemisphere, out in the prairies. Your word usage, what you can talk about, what you will talk about in the Dakota language, is the weather. Because the weather guides us. I could say, if it's magaju, you're not going to be outside. Takadi ashkunkte shni. Because it's raining, you'll get wet. Or if it's Osni, you'd rather sit Timahed, Tipi Mahed, Timahed, Tipi Mahed. Osni, Timahed, Make. Osni, Timahed, Nake. Osni, Timahed, Unyankape. Unyankape, we sit inside. Osni, Timahed, Yakape, they, not us, we're outside. They are in the house. Yakape. Make, Nake, Unyankape, Yakapi. Those ones over there, they're at home. They're sitting inside the house. We're not. We're outside in the rain and the snow and the wind blowing. We're still outside. So the elements, the weather is a good tool to use to teach the language, because it's forever changing. Seasonally it changes. We don't like it in the winter time. We need to chokaya because it's too cold. We complain. I unkapape. Complain about the weather. I wakapa. I yakapa. I unkapape. I kapape. Not us. We were not complainers. You and I and Akashi here, cousin. We're not complainers. They are. I kapape. We don't complain. We're not complainers. No, I don't complain. I might say something, the truth, but that's not complaining. They complain. I kapape, we complain. Complain. Complain some more. E. What is E? Your mouth. E. E. Ka. Pa. Pi. E ka pa pi. They're complaining again. Not us, they are. I ka pa pi. If I'm complaining or telling the truth, I wa ka pa. Iwa kapa. I'm complaining, standing here, complaining forever. Complain. Ikapapi. Those people are ikapa. Iwa kapa. I'm complaining. Iakapa. Ya ka pa. Iakapa. You're a complainer. Always complain. Iakapa. So it's a good teaching subject, the weather. What's the weather like? I remember as a child growing up, it seems every day we talk about the weather anyway. Just like a farmer, right? They say farmers always kapapi, complaining about the weather. It's not enough rain, too much rain, too windy, not windy, it's not hot enough. It's too, forever complaining, right? Ikapa. Every day we talk about weather. So it'll be good to know words and phrases, sentences about the weather, because when you wake up, that's what you're going to talk about. When you phone your body, mas ayape, maza ayape, you hit the iron, meaning the phone. Mas ayape. Maza ape. Today, the phone is called maza ape. Where the word comes from is in the back days, the first time communication. Telegraph. beep, 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 you know. That's where the word came from. Maza ape. Maza is iron. Maza is iron. The telegraph operator is sitting there hitting the iron. So the Dakota, Lakota, they come and they say, what the heck is this crazy guy doing hitting that iron? What are you doing? Taktoka no hada. Hey Taktoka, what is he doing? Maza ape. Kia somewhere. Kia over there. Kia. He's talking to somebody. Kia. Oh, talk it, kid. How? You know, these are the questions. So that's the word maza ape, the phone. Today it's modernized to the phone. Maza ape. That's where the word phone comes from. So when you're talking to your buddy in the morning before you go to work having your coffee, you'll be talking about the weather. Hawaii hedo, last night it snowed. Sneakeda. Yeche kamani, my car. Nakado ekte. I'll warm up my car. Waechum bede shni ched. Before I go to work, before I start it up. Nakadwaki ekte. I will warm up my vehicle. Because I'm ikapaying. I'm complaining. Na kad wa. It's a long one. Ki ye kte. Remember kte, not now, but a little bit later on. Kte. Nakad wakie kte. Nakad kata, that's the word kata. Nakad, because it'll be running by itself. Naich ikate, it's running by itself. Nakad, I'll make it warm itself up. Nakad wakie kte. I'll make himself warm up. I'm not going to warm him up. He will do it. Yechimani will do it. He'll warm himself up. Nakad wakie kte. Iopte waikte. I'll start it. Iopte. 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 It's started. It's running. Iopte. Iopte wakie. Shni. Ched. Iopte is running. Nakad wakie ga. Hehan iopte wakiekte. I'll warm it up. I'll make it warm himself up. The ichimani. I'll make him warm himself up. And then waichumbudikte. I'll go to work. So I'm not chuita. I won't be chuita. So that's what I'll be talking to my Tahanshi over the coffee before I go to work. Complain about the weather. We'll be complaining. So I think that's a good teaching tool to use, because you're going to talk like that anyway. Once you talk Dakota, you're going to talk about the weather. Be just like a farmer. So you'll learn words like amachpia. It's cloudy. Amachpia shni. It's not cloudy. Tateampa magaju wahi he. All these good words you will learn to use. Once you learn them, it's easy. Well, you just use it every day. And that's the goal here. Repetition for me, Dakota, iwayamaka. Speaking language. Same thing over and over until you get mad at me. Hey, this guy is talking about the same thing again. Well, that's good, because now you know what I'm talking about. You know? So I will keep on doing that. Keep on saying the same thing over and over. I'll use the weather. Something like that everybody talks about, so that you'll learn the language that way. By hearing, understanding, and using it. Hey Chituk, we'll take a short break. Maybe 10-15 minutes. Akil Gupta will come back again in about 10-15 minutes. Hey, Chitra.
Ke ho. A mitake api a ke. Deche no hiota kapi he naka ich eshi taku. Wani tu wichoye na uge iwo da ke. O kahana yek soyapte. I've said it before. If you have a recorder on your phone, I always suggest that you try and record some of the words that, that you have a hard time with, especially with the guttural words like ho, ra, that comes from the throat. And then the other one is he, like slow. So you have to practice those words, those sounds, because you can't say like the hoga, you can't say hoga, because when you say that, it's not a word. So you say hoga, which means fish. So, just examples like that. So, pay close attention, and, other letters that come together, like one example will be kte, like the KT. It has to, you can't say kete, it's kte. It comes together fast. Kte. De wana bede kte. I'm going to go now. Kte. De wana bede kte. Like that, So if you have a recorder, try and record, the words and repeat it, because, the only way to learn a language, any kind of language, is to be repetitive, So I'm going to say them about 2 or 3 times, just so the sound of the word, you pick it up. You can say it after me, which will be good, because you have to voice it too in order for you to say it properly. Don't say it in your mind. Say it, make it come out, through your voice. And that's the only way, it will help you along. So with that, I am going to do some opposite words. And the first one is washte. Washte. De washte, yeah. Washte. Washte means good. Washte. And the opposite of that word is shicha. Shicha. De shicha, yeah. This is bad. De shicha, yeah. This is bad. Wo pig de shicha. The paper is not good, or the book is not good. Shicha. That means bad. So washte is good. Shicha is bad. Mani washte, good water. Mani shicha, bad water. Maniki de shicha, or maniki de washte. The water is good, the water is bad. So the primary words are washte and shicha. So that will take me to the next word, which is, okay, here is a good example using the he. He, he, he. That's you'll feel it above your, like in the tongue above, up above on the throat. He. It's not in the throat. It's up in the throat. He. He is slow. Hokshidag de he. Hokshidag de he. The boy is slow. He. And the opposite of that is fast. Duzaha. 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 Ye chemaniki duzaha. The car is fast. So your main words, he and duzaha. He, slow. Duzaha, fast. The next one, haske. 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 Haske is tall or long. Haske. Sinte haska. Sinte haska. Long tail. Haska. Or haske. Opposite, ptecheda. Ptecheda. Pte. Keep that sound in mind. Pte. Ptecheda. Sinte ptecheda. It means short. Sinte ptecheda. Short tail. So, haske and ptecheda. Haske, tall, long. Ptecheda, short. Haske, ptecheda. The next one, kata. 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 Mani kata. Kata is hot. Mani kata. Hot water. Kata. Mani kata. Hot water. Tado kata. Hot meat. Bado kata. Hot potato. You can add a noun to that. Tado ki de kata. That meat is hot. Kata. Sini. 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 Cold. Cold. Mani sini. Mani sini. Cold water. Mani sini. Cold water. So you have kata and sini. Your next one, chapa. Chapa. Chapa means fat. Chapa. Hokshira kinde chapa. Hokshira kinde chapa. The boy is fat. Shunka kinde chapa. The dog is fat. Chapa. Fat. Tama hecha. Tama hecha. Skinny. Tama hecha. Skinny. Shunka de tama hecha. The dog is skinny. Shunka is dog. Tama hecha. The dog is skinny. Chapa. Chapa, fat. Tamahecha, skinny. Spire. Spire, wet. Wet. Spire. Oanke kinde spire. The floor is wet. Spire. Spire, wet. Booze. 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 Hayaki kinde booze. The clothes are dry. Booze. Spire, wet. Booze, dry. Spire. Booze. Ota. Ota. Taspa ota yanke. Ota. There are lots of apples. Ota. Or many. Many. There are many apples. Taspa ota yake. Ota. Opposite. Few. Jonana. Jonana. Few. Mani jonana badatke. I drank a little bit of water, like just a little bit. Jonana. Jonana. Ota, many. Jonana, few. Next one, techa. Techa. Techa is young, or it could be new. Techa. Techa. Techa king na means the new ones that are born. Techa king na, the new ones, like referring to children. Or hampa techa beduhe. Hampa techa beduhe. I have new shoes. Techa. It could be young or it could be new. Techa. Old. Old. Gone. Gone. Somebody that is old. Wana Makan. Makan means I'm old. I'm old. Wana makan. I'm old now. Tacha, young or old, and kan is old. Wayazanke. 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 Wichianaki wayazanke. Wayazanke. Sick. Sick. Wichianaki wayazanke. The girl is sick. Wayazanke. Hokshiraki wayazanke. The boy is sick. Ina wayazanke. Mother is sick. Shunkaki wayazanke. The dog is sick. Wayazanke. Sick. Opposite is zani. Zani means well. Zani, well. Mazani. Mazani, I am well. Nizani, you are well. Uzani bi, we are well. Zani, well. Wayazanke, sick. Wayazanke, zani. So these are the 10 opposites, 9, that we had just went through. And I will just go over them again one more time. I'll do, back and forth. Washte. Washte, good. Shicha. Shicha, bad. Ahi. Ahi, slow. Duzaha. Duzaha, fast. Haske. Haske, long or tall. Ptecheda. Ptecheda, skinny. No, sorry. Where am I? Short. Ptecheda, short. Sorry about that. That was my mistake. Ptecheda, it means short. Kata. Kata, cold, hot. Kata, hot. Sni, cold. Kata is hot. Sni is cold. Chapa. Chapa. Chapa is fat. Tamahecha, skinny. Tamahecha. Chapa, tamahecha. Spaya. Spaya. Spaya is wet. Buze. Buze is dry. Spaya, wet. Buze, dry. Ota. Ota. Ota, many, lots. Ota many or lots. Jonana, Jonana, a few, just a few. Ota, Jonana. Tacha, young or new. Tacha, young or new. Gone, old. Gone, gone. At the nasal sound at the end, you don't hear the n, it's gone. Kind of like a nasal sound. Techa, young. Gone, old. Wayazanke, Wayazanke, sick. Zani, Zani, well. Wayazanka, Zani. So these are the opposite words. And I'm just going to go briefly into some numbers. There's a few people that had requested, to learn numbers beyond 10. So everybody knows how to count right up to 10, from 1 to 10. But I'll just go over it, right away, and then we'll go into the other sections. Wancha, Numpa, Yamani, Topa, Zapta, Shakpe, Shakoi, Shadoga, Napjiwaka, Wikjamana. And then when you go past 10, Ake Waji. Ake is again. You say one again. Ake Numpa, two again. Like that, right up until you get to 19. So, Wancha, Numpa, Yamani, Topa, Zapta, Shakpe, Shakoi, Shadoga, Napjiwaka, Wikjamana, Akewaji, like that up until you get to 19. And when you get to 19, Wikjamana Numpa, Wikjamana Numpa. And remember, Wikjamana is 10. So when we say Wikjamana Numpa, it means 2 10s. Wikjamana Numpa. Wikjamana Numpa. So again, you repeat, to say 22, Wikjamana Numpa Sam. You go past Sampa Numpa. Wikjamana Numpa Sam Numpa. 22. Wikjamana Numpa Sam Numpa. And then you go on. Wikjamana Yamani is 30. Wikjamana Topa. Wikjamana Zapta. Wikjamana Shakpe. Wikjamana Shakoi. Wikjamana Shadoga. Wikjamana Napjiwanka, which is 90. So if you want to say Wikjamana, Topa Sam Zapta, which is 45. So 45, 40 is Wikjamana Topa. And you go further, Sampa Zapta. Wikjamana Topa, or you can say Sampa or Sam Zapta. Wikjamana Topa Sam Zapta, which is 45. And to go into the 50s, 53 will be, again, Wikjamana Zapta, which is 50. Wikjamana Zapta is 50. So beyond that, 53, Wiksemna Zapta Sam Yamani. Wiksemna Zapta Sam Yamani. You go past. So that's 53. And if you want to say a number in the 70s, you remember Wiksemna Shahdora. Wiksemna Shakowi. Wiksemna Shakowi. That's 70. So if you want to say 71, Wiksemna Shakowi Sam Wanji. That's 71. So you keep on going with that, make your, a number for 85 or 99. You always come up with a weak semina, like the 20s, if you want to say 27, weak semina numpa, you say that first and the number. Same with weak semina yamani, which is 30. You want to go beyond that to say 36, you say sampa or sam and say that number. And it goes all the way to Wiksemna Napchumaka, which is 90. And you want to say a number in the 90s, Wiksemna Napchumaka sam, and whatever number that you want to say. So that brings us to Opaware. Opaware is 100. So if you follow what I have said, it will be easy to count because it all combines together using that word sampa or sam. You just have to remember, Wiksemna Numpa, Wiksemna Yamni, all the way to Wiksemna Napchunka. And then to say a number in the 60s, Wiksemna Shakpe Sam Shakpe, which is 66. So like that, and it will, if you keep practicing, those numbers, because you already know the basic numbers from 1 to 10. So when you apply the sampa, it takes you beyond that number. But again, keep in mind, the tens. The tens, Wiksemna Numpa, all the way to Wiksemna Napjunka. And then adding that number using that word sampa. So I would leave it at that, and we'll maybe, if there is time tomorrow, we can review that, and we'll review the opposites again. So with that, this is our lesson today. Thank you for joining us, and I hope that you are learning, and I encourage each and every one of you to do what you can, because our language is very important. Like I have said before, we need to keep up with it because the language is our culture. The language is connected to everything through songs or prayers and ceremonies. This is why, especially with the young ones that don't know, it's very important that they learn some words. If you learn something every day, that is really good. Even if you say, "Ampetu devaste you hapo," have a good day. Those have a lot of meaning. Dokeriauhe, how are you? Use those words. Ampetu kinde usni. Today is cold. This little basic phrases will take you a long ways. And as you continue to learn, different words, putting them together, which is even better. And then you'll be able to say longer sentences. So I'll leave you with that, and we will see you again tomorrow. Ha mitake api, taia yakab.